Welcome. Welcome to Self-Care and Therapeutic Touch. This is one way that we support you to be a stronger you and to help you keep your cup full so that you're able to look after the people that you are caring for. I'm Arlene and I'm a hospice volunteer. I've been with them for the last 7 years, offering Therapeutic Touch as one of the complementary therapies on that team. And as an RN, previous RN and mother and friend, the last 30 years that I have been using it, it has shown its effectiveness, which is why I thought it would be a great tool to give you now. So each day we look after ourselves physically with our showers and our combing our hair and brushing our teeth. So our friends are very glad that we do that. And we also need to look after ourselves energetically because we have energetic bodies. And as we look after those, we have a greater sense of well-being and we have more resilience too. And this is especially true in these challenging times when we can no longer plan ahead and there's so much uncertainty, which just serves to increase our stress. So while we can't control pandemics, and there are many other things we can't control either, what we can control is how we look after ourselves. And self-care is even more needed now. So with this simple tool added to the beginning and end of your day or whenever you need it, you can really tune yourself up and feel much better. Now, you see, we think that we stop at our skins, but in actual fact, we continue in the form of an energy field. And you may have heard of that as prana or chi or ki in other cultures where it's widely accepted. The belief is that there is this input, throughput, and output of energy, and that the energy that surrounds us and sustains us and flows through us in a balanced way is actually what helps support our body to function at its highest level. With Therapeutic Touch, we don't deal with the signs and symptoms so much as we deal with the whole person, because we are physical, emotional, we have our thoughts, we have our spiritual being, we are complex being, and Therapeutic Touch works to balance the flows through all the integration of our wholeness. And that is what helps us to be in the best state possible for our body to function as well as it can at any particular time. For sure, when our energies are flowing through in a more balanced way, we feel well and have more energy. And when they're not, we don't feel so good. So Therapeutic Touch starts with quieting the mind, and in quieting the mind to a place of more peace and calm. An easy way to do that is with the breath. So we're going to do just a brief meditation to help you experience that starting point of Therapeutic Touch. So get yourself into a comfortable position. It can be either in your chair or lying down, whichever is most comfortable. And just allow your eyes to gently close, inviting the muscles in your face, your jaw, around your eyes to relax. And bringing your attention to the breath, take a deep breath in and then release it with a sigh. Dropping your shoulders and kind of dropping into your body. Taking another deep breath, releasing and dropping into your body. Acknowledging that you're taking this time to care for yourself. And now just breathing naturally in and out. Perhaps noticing the coolness on the in-breath and a warmth on the out-breath. You might even wish to send the warmth of this out-breath to any places that are tight and sore. And if you become aware that you have many thoughts and your mind is busy, just know that that's normal. And simply return your mind as many times as you need to the breath, focusing on the breath. The coolness on the in-breath and the warmth on the out-breath. And you can continue this for as long as you want, focusing on your breathing until you feel calm and relaxed. And when you feel like you're finished, just move your hands and feet a bit. Open your eyes when you're ready. And just return to your day. This is a good tool to use anytime during the day when you're feeling an anxious moment, and it can also be used at bedtime to help soothe you from the difficulties that may have occurred during the day. And you may also put your hands over your heart and feel the weight of them and the warmth of them and send caring to your own heart. And that too will help you to rest more deeply. So now that you've experienced what it's like when you're starting Therapeutic Touch, that calm, peaceful mind, I will now go to teaching you a little bit about the energy before we actually get introduced to the technique. So if you put your hands together and notice the space in between them, perhaps your palms, and you take your hands apart and bounce them back together. And as you do this a few times, and you may feel it more later when you practice on your own, but you may feel a kind of bunching, and that's the energy, that's your own energy field that you're feeling actually. So it's good to play with that, have some fun with that. And what I'm going to have you do now is I'm going to have you put your hand on your knee, and with the other one, just run your hand across, and you may feel some energy. You're out about 2 to 4 inches, and just make a couple of paths on that hand, okay? And now if you were to put them both together, you might notice there's a difference between them. So we'll treat this one as well. A couple of passes over this hand. And now if you rest them together, you may notice that they feel more alike. And that's your first intro to feeling energy. And here in this page, you can see the hand and the energy that comes off the fingertips. It's Carillion photography. And the image beside also gives you an idea of energy over the body. Now, our intention with Therapeutic Touch, as I was saying before, is to return and restore order in these energy flows, which will bring balance within the body systems and harmony. So there's a higher level of functioning. Said differently, energy flows where attention goes. So what's on your mind is important. And what we're going to do now is do the actual self-care technique with Therapeutic Touch. It starts with compassion for yourself, to look after you first so you have more to give those you're caring for. And we start with centering in the breath to a place of calm with the intention to help the energy flows return to normal. Then we're going to clear the energy field. And that's done with a simple sweeping symmetrical move where we're going to bring the energy down through the body first. Then we're going to clear it out to the periphery. And then we're going to bring it down and through again. Now, what are you doing there? Well, it's like there's a mist, you might say, that's out here. And this mist might have some tangles or disruptions in it. And so as you're moving your hands down, you're thinking smoothing, easing, relaxing, okay? And you want to bring it right off the fingertips and right off the toes. And this is what the Christmas tree is there for, is to show you some of those basic moves out to the side. So the actual move would be, after you've had your shower and done all of that and gone to this place of quiet, you have the idea of bringing the energy flow head to toe through the central core of the body until you get down to your hips. And then you're going to go down both legs, down to your feet and beyond. So we bring this up again and just imagine what's happening to the lower legs. So you're bringing the energy down to your hips, the hands spread apart, and go down both legs to the area beyond your feet. Down the central core to your hips, down your legs, down the lower legs, and beyond your feet. And now we're going to clear from the middle to the periphery. And each one of these 3 moves is done about 3 to 5 times. When you get to your hips here, again, you send the energy down the long bones of your legs to your feet and beyond, clearing from the head. And actually, when you get here to the collarbones, you can clear your arms. Clear the arms, and then continue on down the torso to your hips and down your lower legs to beyond your feet. Again, starting at the head, clearing midline to periphery, and at the collarbone, perhaps moving the energy down each arm, like clearing this mist. And then clearing again from the periphery out. When you reach your hips, then you follow the energy on the long bones, down through to your feet and beyond. And then after that, you would, if you had time to rest, or just consider that a bit of a tune-up. So the idea when you're doing this is that, for instance, if you have a headache, you may want to stay a bit longer clearing your head. Or if your throat is sore, you may want to do a few extra passes over your throat. When your arms are here, you do want to make sure that they're resting comfortably, both of them. And then when you bring the energy head to toes for energy flows all the way down. So you can see how this can be done easily in the morning before you go to bed, just to balance your energy flows so that they're flowing in the best way possible. And you'll find that something that seems so simple is actually effective and makes a difference to the amount of energy you have and the ease with which you feel. And now I'm hopeful that this quick tool helps you to feel more centered, more calm, and more peaceful within yourself. If you have questions, it's good to go to the Therapeutic Touch Ontario.org site, our provincial organization, and look up frequently asked questions, and that will probably answer a lot. You can also get a book, Be Your Own Healer by Crystal Hawk and Allison Cook. Now, they have a YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and you input self-care using Therapeutic Touch, number 8, it will take you to a particular video that will help show you some of what I have just done. So I hope that you have found this helpful. I hope it helps you in the days coming forward. And I am so glad you have come to take good care of yourself. Thank you for coming.